Yo, what's going on YouTube? Johann Duhaupas, I'm saying his name right, the Frenchman, aka the Reptile, versus the Nordic Nightmare, Robert Helenius. The man did his thing. He got 2 knockdowns, the final one being in the 6th, and he laid that bad boy out. Like, he laid him out. He tried getting up, and he staggered to the ropes or whatever like that, man. It was bad, man. For what I've reading, Johann Duhaupas, he used the same tactics as he did against Deontay Wilder, man. His chin held up. This dude's got a cracking chin, like an iron chin. Not that he should rely on that. I mean, he did have his guards up and everything. From my understanding, he did go down in the first. I believe I read that. Try to read a few more articles. I was trying to find out where did I see that at. But yeah, he did go down in the first against Robert Helenius. But anyway, long story short, man, this young man here had put himself in position to be the number one mandatory for Deontay Wilder or whoever's going to be the winner against Deontay versus Povetkin. I believe it's going to be Deontay. Not to talk about Deontay Wilder. I think it's going to be Deontay Wilder, man. But yeah, man, it's 2 guys this weekend. I mean, this kind of validates what we're talking about. These guys who are unknowns coming out of Europe, a lot of people say Euro bum. I like to say unknown commodity. For all these belts and trinkets, I like to see them as measuring sticks for where the guy stands against the guys the heavyweight champion coming out of Mexico. That says something. That means he's the number one in Mexico. He's, what I'm saying? He might not be number one in the UK or number one in Europe, but he's number one in his country. So in order to get in the playoffs, just like in football, you got to win your division. You get what I'm saying? So this guy is number one in Europe. He's number one in France. Currently number one contender in the WBC and in a highly respectable sanctioning body. So at the end of the day, as far as Deontay Wilder's opponents and being unknown to the masses, I'm pretty sure a lot of people didn't even know Robert Helenius was back, man. I meant to do a video saying that he was back, that he was making a comeback a few months ago, but I guess it slipped my mind. And yeah, here you go right here. Robert Helenius and Duhaupas fighting for that number one spot, vacant spot. But how that works, I don't know. But I believe I said this in the last video. What Don King was pretty much mentioning, it's not what you earn, it's what you negotiate. And these guys are, if you look at the rankings in the heavyweights, a lot of these guys are like neck and neck as far as like being the number one mandatory contenders and stuff like that. And some of these guys are jumping opponents. Some of these guys are trying to get easy picks, and these would probably upset the fights that happened this weekend versus Johann Duhaupas, Robert Helenius. When I saw these fights announced, Eric Molina versus Tomas Adamek, Duhaupas versus Robert Helenius, I think that's an even matchup. But as far as Eric Molina versus Tomas Adamek, I'm thinking like, oh man, he's fighting in Poland. Then he had that Elmer Fudd hat on and weigh in. I'm thinking like, oh man, this guy's gonna lose, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm thinking. This guy's gonna lose. But yeah, man. Like guys in the YTBC said, man, beats and rhymes, and I think Mr. Boxing Today, EJ and that crew, they pretty much said like, damn, this kind of like validates Wilder. These 2 wins kind of like validate Wilder. Molina retires Tomas Adamek. Duhaupas busts up a highly decorated heavyweight in Robert Helenius. And whatever you want to say with them, he's an Olympic decorated heavyweight, champion. You know, the Robert Helenius is not a scrub by any means. He's the Nordic Nightmare. You know, he's knocking people out. He's not a bum. So I don't care what anybody says about Robert Helenius. Even with the loss, he's ranked number 55, you know. And the guy's, he's young too, man. 6'6", got a one hell of a punch. He can fight. And let's see what the hell he does, you know. But excuse me. Yeah, man. I'm gonna end it right there, man. I ain't gonna rant on too long, man. But let me know what y'all think, man. Who should Johann Duhaupas fight next? Now, who should he fight next, man? Should he fight another, like a cagey veteran? Should he fight like a soft touch or something like that? Maybe somebody who's unknown. Maybe a safer fight, a guy that's not too experienced, and wait for his wait for a shot for the Povetkin Wilder winner. What should he do? All right, I'll catch y'all later. Bye.